So the first match was the one you predicted, Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks, the Stark Man. And I like the way they're shooting the ring better. The floor cameras look a little positioned a little better. The lighting seems to look a little more vibrant. I'm trying not to talk about the match. No, it wasn't a bad match. And here's the thing. I'm going to give Jericho some credit here. He knows how to have a match. He's 52, I know, and it's a wonder he's having any kind of match, but he knows how to have the match, but he cannot execute the things anymore with the gazelle-like quickness of his youth. So again, you can tell there's the no follow through on the arm whips, the feet in the mud, the facials look like he's ready to pass out, but he's doing the right things. He's calling the right shit. But Starks, you can tell, is a fucking greyhound. It's, ready to run off and leave him, but he's following it. But basically, Starks had the fire, and finally he gets the heat, Jericho does, on Starks, and Starks makes his comeback, and he's got the fire. And you can tell the people are into him. This was a hot crowd in a lot of cases, but they love Starks, and he hits a power bomb for a 2 count. And Jericho stops him and goes for a lion salt, and Starks get the knees up, super kick, and 2 count. They go back and forth. And when Jericho got that Boston Crab, was a lion tamer, the people were up, and Starks fought it well. And then Jericho would drag him back, and they got the people into this hold, which they did a good job of doing that. And they wanted to see Starks get the fucking ropes. And then suddenly 2.0 number 1, I can't remember which, pulled referee Aubrey, and Starks got the rope for a big pop, but the referee didn't see it, and 2.0 number 2 hit him with the baseball bat in the goddamn face. And of course, Jericho keeps the crab, and Starks is out. But then he started to fight back. So they were milking the hell out of this perfectly, except I think the bat shot was extraneous. He's in the fucking submission hold of a main event wrestler, and he's fighting and he's selling, and the people are into it. We got to throw in, make the referee look like an idiot, hit the guy in the face with a ball bat, and now he can fight out of the hold, which he did. He turned and fought out of the hold. Small package, 2 count. Starks hit the spinning DDT, nailed both of the 2.0s, ducked Jericho's clothesline, and hit a spear 1, 2, 3. Big pop, Starks won. That was perfect. And we've just talked about Twinkle Toes and Ostrich in the Tokyo Dome was a classic example, but we've mentioned a bunch of them. Nobody builds a finish anymore for the big fucking pop. They just do everything they can do and then do a finish. Well, in this case, they built it and they milked it and they got it right. The babyface is in a fucking predicament. He's in this hold. He can't get out of it. He's fighting. The people are with his struggle. And suddenly, finally, he does get out of the goddamn thing, and he has a chance again. And you get the people up. He does the spinning DDT, which is a flashy fucking move, and both the heel stooges come up on the apron, but boom, he nails one. Boom, he nails the other. He foils that, but here comes the heel in the ring with a fucking clothesline, but he ducks that. And he hits the spear out of nowhere. Boom, 1, 2, 3, pop. That's the way you build something. Out of the peak action. Not beating a guy with move after move, and then the tap or the pin is a foregone conclusion, or it comes after moments of immobility, or it's the 47th most impressive move that they've seen in the match. So he did a perfect job, old Chris Jericho did. And for that, wait a minute, hold on, where's my goddamn, there we go.
I have to say, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I give him the smattering of applause.
This was a really good match. I thought Jericho did a really good job. Starks was great. The crowd was as on fire as you would want them for this match. If it had ended there, It would have been like, wow, they really made Starks tonight.
Wait a minute. You got it.
Oh, thank you. The smattering for me.
I'm going to give you the big one there. You got it. Because it didn't end there. And that's that point there with the 1, 2, 3, Starks' hand up is where Jericho's going to end the story a lot. Oh, I put him over. It didn't end there. Within 10 seconds, Starks didn't even have time to celebrate this. I don't even think he got to his feet. It barely had time to sink in. Here comes the rest of the Jericho appreciators. Hager in a leopard pajama top and leopard shorts and a purple fucking stupid looking hat. And the rest of the Stooges with rotten looking stomps and trying to get heat with the tennis shoes and no socks with their fucking trying to get heat on this guy, just meaningless pitter-patter kicks. And then here comes Action Andretti in with a chair and hits each heel in turn, and Hager especially looked like a stumble bum. I would like to ask, what great Hager moment has he contributed to AEW besides something to do with foolishness? What great match, what great promo, what great angle, what part has he played? Every time he cashes his check, he should be arrested for grand larceny. So then, Action Andretti has routed all of the Jericho appreciators with the chair except for the girls. One of the girls came in and just looked at him and jerked his chair away from, just took the chair away from the man. And the other girl behind him hit him with a nut shot. And then we went back to rotten, phony-looking heat that went forever. And it didn't end. And now, okay, have we established that Andretti is the only friend that Ricky Starks has? Not only no referees or no security or nobody, but they set a precedent a minute and a half ago that you can come out of the locker room and help. They'll even play your music while you're running to the ring. Andretti did it. So is the rest of the locker room gutless? Cowards, or they just hate Starks and Andretti? I'm getting a little fucking hot at Andretti just seeing his fucking sappy face around. So then the heels pull out a table and they take time and effort into giving Hager, the only one probably strong enough to pick this fucking guy up. They give Starks to Hager, who's on the apron, and he powerbombs Starks off the apron through the table. And then the heels celebrate and they go to the break without anybody even asking them politely to stop and leave. So by the time that we finished with all that fiasco, the bloom, as they say, was somewhat off the rose of Ricky Starks' big win, don't you think, Brian?
Completely. It was completely off his big win. It was about him and Andretti getting beat down. You forgot that he actually beat Jericho, because everything you see is from that point on is Jericho and his friends beating him up and then them celebrating. And then it's over.
I wonder how that happened. I wonder how it worked out that way in the end. Nobody could have seen that coming when that whole thing was laid out by Chris Jericho to Tony's anxious ears.
Hey, Ricky Starks has a history now of neck problems. I mean, at least from the one...
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about that.
From the one broken neck he had that we saw on TV, at least. They had to do that table spot. I was cringing for that.
Oh, I forgot about that. He broke his neck on their television last year. So let's give him let's let this big, clumsy, awkward klutz, Jake Hager, powerbomb him off the apron through a fucking table to the floor. Nothing could possibly go wrong.